Okay. Let's see if that's better. Let's try this again. See if we can find me. Refresh. All right, I think this is better. I think. I'm working on it. It's not gonna let me do this. Sorry guys, hang on. I lost you guys. I way overslept this morning, so I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I fixed in the last video that this is day 19 and not day 18, but we will fix that in a second. Good morning, happy Saturday. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Jeannie. I know Jessica's here because I saw her. There's Jessica. All right, so sorry about all that. Working through it. Some days you eat the bear, some days the bear eats you. So today is a slow flow practice. Oh, it's catter day. Yeah, at your house it's catter day. To me, it's dog day every day. That's why my mat looks like this. Bless his heart. He's been in here already this morning. So we're doing a slow flow. We're really stressed out. And it may be that we're stressed out from working at home. It may be that we're stressed out because we're at home and everybody else is at home and we don't have any, even though we're supposed to have personal space, right? 6 feet of space. We're sharing that space with other folks. We can't really go to the store. Our lifestyles are interrupted. And if you watch the news for more than, 5 minutes, you have to turn it off because you're a little freaked out. So we want to de-stress. But also, we need to move because when we're stuck in this confined area of the house, it's real easy to say, okay, well, I'm just going to sit here and watch TV or sit here on my computer and I'm just going to eat another bowl of whatever and I can worry about my health when this is over, which is true. But we need to move, but we also need to de-stress. So we're going to do a flow today, and it's a little different than the flow that we did, I guess it was last week, the weeks are starting to run together. We did an energetic flow. And it was very much up and down, up and down, up and down, really quick. This is a flow, again, but it's slow. It's a slower pace. It's something that every body can do. And at any point that you want to stop and take a break, child's pose is always on the menu. So grab your coffee, grab your favorite mat, and we'll get started. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Robin. I get to talk to you 2 days in a row. So a couple of weeks ago, when we did the energetic flow, we started standing. And I probably would do that today too, except we did Ashtanga yesterday, which was just, a lot for those of you who don't practice. So we're going to do our gentle warm-up, allow everybody to kind of sleepily roll out of bed this morning and catch up with us, and then we'll move to the standing portion. All right, let's do that. We're going to get comfortable. We're going to find our breath. And we're going to settle in. We set the intention for the practice. let that right ear drift to right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Back to the center. We find the breath. We try to push those shoulders back so you sit directly over the pelvis. And you find your breath. We don't want to change it. We just want to notice it. And maybe when you do that, you notice that the breath is a shorter inhale and a longer exhale. Maybe you notice that you were only breathing in that upper chest and not letting that breath make it all the way down into your belly. And I mean, anatomically, you don't breathe into the belly. Your lungs go really low, but not to the belly. But we allow those muscles to soften and contract, and that's the billows of the lungs. So we need that softness to come all the way down into the belly, and especially in the West, or America specifically, we're really worried about what we look like. So we pull the tummies in, we pull our bellies in to get into pants, or we wear clothes that are too tight, and we stop using and accessing those muscles in the belly to help us breathe and pull that diaphragm up and down. So it's your yoga practice, you're home in your PJs and your own stretchy pants. Breathe, let the bellies go. Now from here, we're going to set that intention one more time. We're going to smile to ourselves because we showed up for our lives, even if it's in our pajamas. We're going to open those eyes, lace the fingers together, pressing out, lifting up. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Super, super tall, and we're going to twist to the right. Really big tall. Oh. And then let that left shoulder come down, right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly coming back up. And back to the center. Hands come out and up. And turn to the left, tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right shoulder comes down, left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Contract to come up. Back to the center and forward. Lengthening through the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. We're going to change the cross of the legs. Excuse me. Tall spine. Right arm comes down. Left arm lengthens, open through the side body, rotate the shoulder back, opening through the rib cage, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand comes up. Bend at the elbow, twist it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unwind, lengthen. We're going to come up over to the other side. Left arm comes down. Right arm lengthens. Press that right hip down, opening through the rib cage, through the armpit. Where's your breathing? Smile. Soft face. 3, 4, 5. Hand comes up. We're going to bend at the elbow and twist it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to unwind here and lengthen through the side body. And from there, we're going to come on up. Hands come behind. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Opening through the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward folding, hands come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands come down as we come up. Backs of the hands come together, roll back body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Let's rotate those shoulders a little bit. And then see if we can move them forward. And release it out. We're going to take the hands, we're going to place them on the shoulders. And we want the 4 fingers forward, the thumbs back. And we're going to do this little twisting here. Just to try to open up through that side body, through the serratus anterior obliques. It helps with the lymphatic system, helps you with your breathing, helps just kind of get the body moving, the circulation going. 3, 4, and 5. We're going to come back to the center and release those hands. We're going to put the bottoms of the feet together and work on that practice. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Heather, Molly. Oh my gosh, Neva and Dina and David. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for dropping in. Good morning. And lengthening forward. Stretch to the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come up. We're going to bring the knees up. We're going to cross the arms, roll the back body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those knees up, change the cross, roll the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bring those knees in, reach back, grab the right foot, and extend that right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that foot comes down and left leg comes up. Good morning, Jesse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let that foot come down. We're going to drop those knees over to the left. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring those knees up. Switch to the other side. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those knees up, extend the legs. Leaning forward and stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. We're going to take that right leg and put it over the left. So we're going to pull that in, leaning in. We're going pretty slow, Jesse, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do all of the flow from bed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come up, the foot comes next to the knee. Rotate to the right. Tall spine and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center and rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release, put that foot on the inside of that left thigh. We're going to lean forward. Maybe you grab the foot, maybe you don't. And that's all right. We just want to move. So we're leaning over this left leg. We're pushing that right hip back and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. Right hand comes behind. Press down to come up. Lengthen through left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put that our butts back on the floor. More than just your right cheek, both cheeks. And we're going to take that left foot and place it into the thigh, tall spine. And then we're going to bend the knee. Good morning, Bo. And maybe you can stretch here. Maybe you can bring that right knee all the way down. Good morning, Petra. Nice full breath here. 3, 4, 5. And back up and extend those legs out. Left leg comes across as we come forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we come up, foot comes next to the knee. Rotate to the left, tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back to the center and rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gently release. Put that foot on the inside of the thigh as we rotate forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. Left hand comes behind. Press down to come up. Lengthen through side body. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to sit those booties right back down. We're going to bring that left foot onto that right thigh. And then we're going to see if maybe we can bend that knee up. Or maybe we can let it come all the way down. Nice stretch here. Now I can see what's going on down here. There is a lot of stuff going on. Well, I'm glad you could extend your legs, Bo. Oh, you guys are silly. I love the banter going on there. 3, 4, 5. And gently release and bounce those legs. Now, we're skipping the reclined postures because we're going to do those at the end of the practice as our cool down. So we're going to go straight from here to hands and knees. So if you need a blanket for your knees, now's the time to get that. Maybe you have a towel that you might want to use. And we're going to come into my body is good. Thank you for asking, Frank. I've only been up for maybe an hour. I got up at 5 with the best of intentions, and I snuggled with the dog, and I was out until 8:15, and I was like, oh my goodness. So other than being rushed, I'm great. Thanks for asking. It's nice that I got asked. Inhale the spine up. Exhale that belly down. Inhale that spine up. Exhale the belly down. One more time, we're going to inhale the spine up. And exhale the belly down. Flat back. Make a C with the spine to the right. Make a C with your spine to the left. Just feel the body start to move. We've been doing those seated postures, back to the center, and child's pose. Just to kind of wake up, to find our breath, to set some attention and awareness. We had those seated warm-up stretches just to kind of help bring ourselves to the place of the practice. We're going to come back to table. We're going to thread the needle. The right arm comes up. We're going to take that right arm, thread it through, and right shoulder sits down on the floor as we twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's gently shift back, coming to table. Let's see if we can do the other side. We're going to let that left hand come up, and we're going to thread it through. Nice rotation here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release by shifting the glutes back, coming to table. From table, turn those toes, down dog. Bending and stretching, bending and stretching. Nice work here. Lengthening through the spine, filling in lower back. We're going to let that right leg come up, bend the knee, open through the front of the hip. Maybe you could look under your left armpit and see your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put that foot down and gently switch. We're going to let that left leg come up, bend the knee, open through the front of the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that foot come down. We're going to bend and stretch those knees. Bend and stretch those knees, lengthen through the spine. We look forward here. We're going to step forward. Fingertips flat back, really lengthening through the sides of the body, through the spine, so that we can be at the front. And forward fold. Parker's doing just fine. I'm sure he is glad that I got out of the bed so he could have it all to himself. If you guys are wondering what that's about, Jesse asked me how my dog was doing, and he's always much better when I'm out of the bed and he can have it all to himself. And inhale all the way up, and hands come down, and release. All right, happy Saturday, everybody. I'm glad that you're here. So now we're really going to get into that slow flow. So if you had a blanket on your mat, you're going to move it to the side so your toes don't catch on it. You might want it closed for when we take a knee. You'll have it, but as we step forward and back, it's probably best that it not be there. We're going to come to the front of the mat. We just feel connected through the bottoms of our feet. We feel temperature and texture on those feet. The breath is steady. Here we go. We inhale up. Exhale forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward folds. Soft bend your knees. Extend right foot back. Then we're going to ground that right foot. We're going to come up into warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, lifting pelvic floor, pulling the navel in. 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to straighten that front leg, and we're going to lean forward to come into pyramid pose. Maybe you're going to put your hands here on the thigh because your hamstrings are still not warm enough yet. Maybe you're on the shin. Maybe you're on the floor. Maybe you have to take a little step in. Squaring those hips, that's fine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. You're trying to put space in between each vertebra. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, I'm so glad your daughter joined in. We're going to have a good time together. We're going to bend the knee. We're going to come to the ball of the right foot. We're going to step back into plank. Now, from plank, you can come into chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. So this is my first combo. I'm going to choose knees, chest, and chin. Belly comes to the floor. So if you did a chaturanga, you would just slowly float to the floor. We're going to come up into a small cobra. Keep the thighs together. Keep the feet together. Lift and open the heart. Try to get that thoracic spine to warm up. Where's your breath? Now, every time we make it to the floor, and for some of us it can be an effort to get to the floor, we're going to make use of each time that the belly comes to the floor. We're going to do some work here. So we're going to let the chest come down. We're going to let that right arm come out to the side. We're going to roll to right hip, opening through that right shoulder. Let your head rest on the floor. It can be a little troublesome on the neck if you hold and hover the head. So by trying to just let it surrender to gravity and float to the floor, it's a little better. 3, 4, 5. We're going to roll back to the belly. Pull that right arm in. Left arm comes out to the side. We're going to roll to that left side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to roll back to the belly. Pull that right arm in. Now, from here, press to table. From table, we turn those toes down dog. Maybe you bend and stretch, checking in with your feet. Check in with the palms of your hands. Broaden the shoulders. Lift the pelvic floor. Pull the navel in. We bend the knees. We extend that right foot forward. Ground the back foot. We're going to let those hands slowly come up. And we're coming back into that warrior one. Now that's how we started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the front leg. Folding forward. Maybe the hands come to the hip. Maybe they come down at the shin. Maybe they come to the floor. Maybe you need to adjust your stance. We're lengthening through the crown of the head to put as much space in those vertebrae as we can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bend that right knee, come to the ball of left foot, stepping forward, fingertips flat back. Forward fold. And inhale all the way up. Hands come down. And release it out. Nice job. All right, we're going to just take a break. Feel the mat under our feet. Be connected. If you need more coffee, do that. All right. Second combination. Nice flow. Now flow means we're supposed to keep moving. We really shouldn't stop. But that's how we reconnect. We realign by coming back to center, back to self at the front of the mat. And we reconnect with each other. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. We soft bend the knees. We're going to extend that right foot back. We're going to ground that right foot. We're going to cartwheel up into warrior 2. Remember, don't let this knee rotate down. We want to continue to push it out. So left leg goes out. So left knee left. Nice warrior 2 here. Lifting pelvic floor. Pull the navel in. 3. Remember your intention. Soften the face. 4, 5. Right hand comes down. Left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to cartwheel those hands down. Come to the ball of right foot. Stepping back into plank. You can chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin, but if you chaturanga, you come to that chaturanga and then allow yourself to sink to the floor. Soften the feet, lift the chest. We're opening for that cobra. It's a small cobra. It's not the taller one. We're just working on that thoracic spine, trying to target the spine right behind the heart. Slowly we roll back down. We're going to roll to the right side of the body. We're going to lift the left leg up, contracting outside of hip. Make sure there's space between right ear and shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Foot comes down. We're gonna press and come into that side plank. Left arm comes up. Maybe you lift left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg comes down, hip comes down, come to belly. Take a pause, maybe rock those hips, and then we're gonna roll to the left side. We're gonna stack those feet. Maybe that right leg lifts. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Lots of space here between shoulder and ear. And 5. We're going to let that foot come down. We're going to see if the hip will lift. Maybe it won't today. It's okay. We lift it up. Right arm up. Maybe right leg will lift. 1, 2, 3. Where's your breathing? 4, 5. Maybe that right foot comes down. Left hip comes down. We're going to roll to belly. Soften the feet. Let the chest come down. Find your breathing here. Press to table, from table to down dog. Bending and stretching. Bending and stretching, really lengthening through the spine. We allow that right leg to travel forward as we ground that left foot. We cartwheel up into warrior 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands slowly come down to the floor. We come to the ball of left foot. We step forward, fingertips flat back. Forward folding. Good morning, Brian. And inhale all the way up. Hands come back down. And release. Nice full breath here. We're reconnecting to the mat. We lift and lower those toes, feeling the texture of the mat under our feet. We're aware of our breath. Right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Just keep checking in. Notice if your breathing has changed, if the muscles feel a little different than when you started. We come back to the center. Next flow. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, forward folding. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. We soft bend those knees. We extend that right foot back, but we stay on the ball of the foot. We come up into crescent pose. Now you realize, or well, that's not the right word. We already did warrior 1. The difference in warrior 1 and crescent is the placement of the back foot. We're on the ball of the foot. Last time we were on the side of the foot. So this becomes more of a balance. So we're going to come forward, hands come back, and we're going to try to keep that balance. We're going to come back up. That's 1. We're going to come forward, hands come back. And up. That's 2. We're going to come forward, hands come back. And up. That's 3. Now we're getting ready to take a knee and recreate this posture on the floor. So we're going to put those hands down and we're going to put the knee down. And this is where if you need the blanket, you can pull it over, put it under your knee, and we're going to lift back up. Really feeling the hips open, the chest open. A lot of stretch in this connective tissue, especially right here through the side body. And there's no balance here. You feel more connected when the knee is down. 3, 4, 5. We're going to put that right hand on the floor. Rotate those shoulders so that the left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that left hand come behind. We're going to bend that right knee. Grab the foot. Really feel the front of that hip open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. We're going to come down onto the elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to gently shift back and lengthen through that hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning, Heather. And we're going to bring that knee back. So we're going to put those hands on the floor and we're just going to lower the belly to the floor. We're going to soften the front of the body, lifting up into cobra. Opening the chest, smiling. We have muscles in the face. Find your breath. Slowly lowering down. We're going to extend those arms forward. And we're going to lift the right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to place that right arm down, lift the left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That hand comes down. We're going to lift the right leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right leg comes down, left leg comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put that leg down. We're going to lift both arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands come down, lift both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put those legs down, take a pause. Because that's last time through is all 4. So I walk those thighs back together. We're going to lift those arms, lift those feet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slowly lowering back down. Hands come under the shoulders. We come to table, from table to down dog. We bend and stretch. Lengthening through the body. Right leg comes forward. We're on the ball of that left foot. Now, if you're having a hard time with balance, you can allow the feet to separate wider. So your right foot could go more to the right. Your left foot can go more to the left. That will help with the balance. We're going to come up into that crescent posture, really pushing through the heel, opening through the front of the leg. Where's your breathing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come forward, hands come back. And then back up. And we're going to come forward, hands come back. And up. And again, we come forward, hands come back. And up. Nicely done. So now as we put the hands down, we're going to put the knee down. And once we get the knee down, we're going to slowly press up. Maybe you had to put a blanket under your knee for some comfort, lifting the chest, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand comes down. Stack the shoulders, right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand comes behind, bend the knee, grab the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. We're going to bring those elbows down. Nice stretch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to push up and lengthen back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring that right leg back as we come into our down dog. Bending and stretching. Finding our work here. Looking forward, bend both knees, step forward, fingertips flat back, forward folding, inhale all the way up, hands come down. Nice work, everybody. So we rest here at the front of the mat. We feel the texture under our feet. We feel the temperature under our feet. Find the breath. Now, let's start our next combo. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, forward folding. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold, soft bend those knees, send the right foot back, but we're going to ground that foot. We cartwheel up into warrior two. We're going to be working on side angle and revolved side angle. We let that left elbow come down to the knee. Right arm, I want you to let it dangle. So we make space in the shoulder. And then we lift it. We created more space in that shoulder so that when you lift it from that dangling position, you can really access some more length in the rib cage. 1, see if you can look up towards your right hand. 2, fill in your lower back. 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to take this top arm and revolve it around and see if maybe we can put that right elbow on left knee. Palms come together. Press, lengthening up, getting away from the shoulder. So your right ear and your right shoulder, there's plenty of space. You gaze at your left elbow. Where's your breathing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. From there, we're going to bring those hands down to the floor. We're going to come to the ball of that right foot and step back to plank. Now, from this plank, we can come into that chaturanga. We pause it, but then we gently lower to the floor, softening the feet, opening through the tops of those feet, really pressing all 10 toes down. As we lift the chest, we open the heart, we open the throat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We let the chest come down. Now, as we let the chest come down, we're going to put the forearms on the floor. Now, as soon as we come into this pose, we have this tendency to let our belly go blah, and we shrug, right? But we don't want to do that. We want to walk the thighs together. We want to pull up out of the shoulders. We want to pull the navel back. So really opening. This is Sphinx. It's a really nice back bend, opening that thoracic spine. But after we change this back bend, we're going to turn it into some core. And I want you to do the best that you can. It's going to be a 20 count, but if you make it to 10 and you need to take a break, then take a break. We're going to turn those toes under, lift the thighs off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Put the knees down, put the belly down, and rest. Hands come under the shoulders. Bring those thighs together. Rock from side to side. Where's your breath? Nicely done. Press to table. From table to down dog. Bend and stretch it. Lengthen out through that body. Right leg comes forward, grounding that back foot. We cartwheel up into warrior two. Right knee goes right. Right elbow comes down to right knee. Left arm travels. So here we dangled the last time, right? So this is what typically happens. So you see that there can be this pinching that happens here. So we let that elbow and the arm dangle and then lift up. And you don't get the pinching here. So those are some strategies for you to get better length in your side angle. 1, 2, see if you can look at that left hand. 3, 4, 5. We're going to revolve that around. So the left elbow comes to that knee. We're going to put those palms together. Look up towards that right elbow. Make space between left ear and left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those hands come down to the floor. Come to the ball of that foot, stepping forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward folding. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Nice, full breath. Checking in with your neck. Check in with those feet. Last combo before we make it to the floor. Inhaling up. Exhaling, forward folding. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold, soft bend the knees. We send the right foot back, we ground that foot. We cartwheel up into warrior 2, but straighten front leg because we're going to work on triangle. And we're going to lengthen forward, maybe your hands here. Maybe your hamstrings are like, Maybe it's on the shin or ankle, you choose. Hips forward, shoulders back. We don't want to stick the booties out, right? We want to be a nice straight line. So the hips are forward, shoulders back. Try to make the shoulders stack over one another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to take this top arm, start to bring it down to the floor. We're going to bend that left knee as we put the right hand down. So the body's going to feel like it just did this because it's mimicking what we did in side angle, revolve side angle. We're going to leave this right hand on the floor, begin to try to straighten that left leg, and left arm comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that hand slowly start to come down. We bend left knee as we come to the ball of right foot. We step back into that plank again. We're going to chaturanga, but it's a slow lower all the way to the floor. Soften feet, lift chest, open through heart, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let the chest slowly come down. From here, we press to table. Here's the change. Right foot kicks out, extend left leg. Left hand comes up, lift left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knee, grab the foot. Opening through the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. We're going to put that left knee down, kick the foot out, extend the right foot. Right arm comes up, maybe right leg comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knee, grab the foot. Open the hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Right hand down, right knee down. Turn those toes. Down dog. Bend and stretch it. Lengthen through the spine, filling in lower back, lifting that pelvic floor. Right leg travels forward. Grounding that back foot. Cartwheel all the way up. Straighten front leg. We're going to lengthen and tip. So maybe the hand is here. Maybe it's shin or ankle. Remember, booties don't stick out. Hips come forward, shoulders come back to try to flatten out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top hand starts to travel down. Bend that right knee. And then maybe you can start to straighten this right leg. Maybe it doesn't happen, but left foot stays, or left hand stays on the floor. Right hand comes up. 1, 2, this is modified, but it really helps you get in the hip. 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that top hand come down. We're going to come to the ball of left foot as we step forward, fingertips flat back. Good morning, Rosie. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Now from here, we're going to take a wide stance. We feel the texture under our feet. Nice full breath here. And we're going to slowly start to squat. Coming down, and nice big stretch here. We feel those hips stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5. We let the hands come out as we sit down. We grab those knees. Maybe a little rock from side to side here. And then from here, we slowly roll onto our back bodies. And that feels pretty good. If you roll down quick enough, you can get a little snap, crackle, and pop going on in the chest. Arms come out to the side. Drop the knees to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if maybe you can extend that right leg into left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Bring those knees back to the center. Over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that foot extends out. Grab that foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We release it out. Bring those knees back in. We're going to let those feet up. Come into happy baby. Feel those hips stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if you can bring that right hand and the heel in towards the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that foot come up. And then that left foot comes in towards the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that foot come back up. And gently release. Hug the knees. We're going to put the bottoms of those feet flat on the floor. And we're going to windshield wiper from side to side. Finding your breath. Remembering that as the knee comes down towards the mat, we really try to push and stretch. We switch to the other side and push and stretch. And back to the center. We let those feet be parallel, hands beside, press down to come up. So there's a contraction across the glutes and this opening through the chest. So it's not just the glutes though, it's hamstrings, glutes, lower back. It's this pressing down so that there's contraction on the backside so that the front of the body can lengthen. Try to lift the chin just slightly to keep that cervical spine, the muscles in the back of the neck engaged. Where's your breath? Slowly roll it down. 1 vertebra at a time, tucking that pelvis under. We get down to the bottom, we take a break. Pressing down through the feet, lifting up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We slowly rolling down. We get to the bottom. And then gently release one leg and then the other. Nice full breath. So maybe at home you have a bolster or a blanket that you like to use as we come into Shavasana or take rest posture. We can feel the back body sinking down onto the floor. The top body sinking down on the back body. We release the feet, the ankles, the shin and calf. Nice full breath here. We move through those knees and into the thighs. We soften the glutes and pelvic belly. We release the lower back and navel, mid back and solar plexus, shoulder blades and heart. We lift the collarbones, lengthen the neck, soften the face. We check in with the body again to see how it feels. We allow the inhale to travel up the back body and down the front body, helping align tissues, soften the places that are still a little tight. Every exhale gives you an opportunity to let things go. Again, inhaling and exhaling. So you're going to continue to lay here if you need to on this beautiful Saturday morning. But if you would like to start that progression of making it up to a seated position, you're going to start to move those fingers and toes now, finding your breath and doing it slowly. We feel the miracle that the hands are and that the feet are when they move. Maybe you begin to pull one knee and then the other to the chest. A small rock from side to side will help get the circulation moving in the spine and in the back tissue. You're still focused on your breathing and the awareness in the body itself as you roll to your right side. You take a moment to body scan and check in. And then slowly make your way to a comfortable seated position. When you make it to this seated position, you allow the head to turn to the right. We allow the head to turn to the left. Back to the center. We're going to bring the hands to the heart. You're going to remind ourselves of all the amazing things we have in our life to be thankful for. You're going to send out love and kindness and compassion to those who need it. And we're going to end this practice with an Om if you're comfortable. Inhaling. Bowing forward in respect, namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely. Thank you for joining me today. From my house to yours, I love you so much. I can't wait for our group classes to start again when this is over. Thank you for your continued support. Share the videos, like the videos, and if you have friends that are not on Facebook, I take this video and put it straight to YouTube, unedited, that's not a word. And then you can share those to your friends and family. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.